Hello guys, hope you're all doing fantastic as always. My name is TK and welcome back of course to Paragon. Now in today's video we're yet again going to be concentrating on another deck build. The deck build in question this week is for the character Kallari. So what we're going to do, we're going to head over to the profile screen, head over to decks, and the deck we're going to be looking at today is the Shadow. So briefly before I start this guide, I'd just like to say that Kallari is unbelievably squishy. I know most people will know that as of now, and people don't tend to like using her nor being in a team with her because of this fact. But recently I've been using Kallari quite a lot, and I've been trying to come up with a deck that actually suits her well and actually plays well. And I think this deck, what I'm putting towards you today, actually works brilliantly. I've had a good success rate with it anyhow. So moving on to the deck itself, the Warlord is the prime card we're going to use. The Warlord dramatically increases your damage dealt heavily. Heavily increases damage dealt by nearby minions against enemy minions, shall I say. This gives us a passive of 65 physical damage, 100% damage bonus, and a unique passive of plus 100% damage versus minions to minions. So obviously we want to capitalise on as much damage as we can within this deck, hence choosing the Warlord card. The consumable part of the guide is neither here nor there. It never is with any deck I really make. It's very rare I use any sort of consumables. But just to put them in, we have one harvester key, one health potion, one mana potion, and one scout sword. As I said, it's very rare these will be used. I suppose if you've got one CP, go in spare at any point. If you'd like to place a harvester, feel free. If you'd like to place a ward, feel free. But it's very rare these cards are actually used. But they are there if, and that is an if you need them. But onto the meat and bones of any guide now, the main parts of the guide itself, the equipment and upgrade section. So the first 3 points you want to spend when you spawn into the game is going to be spent on a free cost Wind Carver blade. This allows us a passive of 6.5 physical damage, an attack speed of 5.5. Fully upgraded, this stacks again to another 6.5 physical damage and another 5.5 attack speed. And onto this card with the next 6 card points we earn, we would like to place 2 2-cost strikes, each giving us an upgrade of 13 physical damage, and also a 2-cost kinetic upgrading us by a further 11 attack speed. So that's your first 9 card points you'd like to spend. Onto the next card, it's an exact carbon copy of this. The next 9 points you want to spend is again on a free cost Wind Carver blade, upgraded with 2 2-cost strikes and a 2-cost kinetic. So by now, if you tend to stick to the jungle with Kallari, you will do quite well. Only attack lanes and attack heroes when you need it, basically. Otherwise, you will be a bit of a burden. But that is the way to play. So stick to the jungle with Kallari. Farm as many minions and as much amber and experience as you can. Try to keep ahead of the game in terms of keeping ahead of the enemy team in terms of upgrades. If you do that, you should fare pretty well. So these 2 first cards should allow that to work in your favour. You should be able to take jungle minions down at a fairly good rate using this method with these first 2 cards. Followed by this, we want to concentrate on building a bit of critical hit chance. So we want to go over to a free cost Viper Bolt. This gives us a passive of 16 points of armor penetration, 3% critical hit chance. Fully upgraded, this also gives us an extra 6% of critical hit chance, shall I say. I must apologise, I've got a bit of a sore throat today, so it's kind of difficult speaking, but just bear with me, I'll try and persevere as I can. Onto this card, the next 6 CP you want to play comes in the form of 3 2-cost wounds, each giving us an upgrade of 6% critical hit chance. So now we've got some decent attack power, we've got a little bit of speed, and we're also building up a nice bit of critical hit chance as well as some armor penetration. Followed by this, we want to go to a free cost Blade of Agora. This gives us a passive of 6.5 physical damage, but the critical part of this card, this also gives us a fully upgraded. The fully upgraded bonus is a 50% critical hit bonus, which is always a nice card. If you're building crit, you definitely need this sort of card. And in terms of upgrades onto this card, we want to play free cost major strikes, each giving us 19.5 damage per upgrade. So by now we've got a lot of damage, a bit of speed, quite a bit of physical hit chance, and we've also got that critical bonus on top of that. Now to finish off the deck, we're just trying to go for as much damage as we can, as well as continuing on building a little bit of armor penetration as well. So the next card we want to play is a free cost Void Steel Dagger. This gives us a passive of 6.5 physical damage, another 16 points of physical, another 16 points of armor penetration. Fully upgraded, this also gives us 13 points of physical damage, and onto this we want to place a 2 cost strike, upgrading us by an extra 13 points of physical damage, and 2 cost pierces, each upgrading us by another 32 points of armor piercing. Now to finish off, we're just going to concentrate solely on damage. We want another 3 cost Void Steel Dagger, again another 6.5 physical damage, 16 armor penetration, fully upgraded, an extra 13 points of physical damage. Followed by this, we want to upgrade this with 3 free cost major strikes, each with that 19.5 physical damage upgrade. So briefly, as I said, this guide is catered towards doing as much damage as you can in short bursts, and then retreating to save your own skin. Otherwise you will become a bit of a burden. If you try and team fight with Kallari, it's not going to work. You will become a burden on your team, and you will end up feeding the other team. Unfortunately, that's just how Kallari works. But if you stick to just farming minions, keeping ahead of the game, and taking out heroes at critical points, you won't go very far wrong with this guide. But that is the guide in its entirety, guys. I will post an overview of the guide itself over to the right hand side of the screen now, so you can take a look at the full build itself, look at the stats for it. But other than that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. It always helps out tremendously. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys in regards to this video, this build, or just hearing from you in general. I like to keep social with you all. Other than that, if you're new to the channel, if you like this kind of content, if you find this content useful, don't forget to subscribe. There's always plenty more to see, and there's also other series on my channel that you can feel free to watch if you become a subscriber. But lastly, guys, I'd just like to say, as always, hope you're having a fantastic day, and until the next time, I bid you farewell. See you later, guys.